Double honor to the apostle, the other great ones of the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Another Saturday, prophesy the downfall of America according to the Holy Bible and the uprising of the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites.
Mhm.
You know, so we're gonna go into it in the spirit. We was talking about off camera about how this system that we're living in is just full of deception, trickery, lies,
Yep.
scams. You know, it's funny we was talking about that because earlier this week I had seen on the internet the top 100 most corrupt governments,
Mm.
and they had America listed as like number 65. I think they had UK listed in the earlier 60s, maybe like 62 or 63.
Mm.
But they put South Africa at like number one, those African countries. And I jumped straight in comments just to hear what people talking about America because I knew they was gonna say it. They're like, you got America number 62. Oh, I know this list is
Yeah,
bullshit.
it's bullshit.
You know, because America is notorious for scamming, corruption, wickedness, lies, deception, you know, trickery, falsehoods. Everybody speaking about these files.
Oh yeah.
That's one example amongst many of how this devil would just keep his information hidden to the general public and keep you out of the know of the true wickedness and witchcraft, which we can get into that and Nahum too. That this place conjures up, you know, from the food industry to the health industry. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find this quote, and I had went through it years ago, where they talk about how everything is deception.
Mm.
Health industries really sell you poison. Education teaches you lies. Lawyers, I'm gonna get the exact list because I don't want to butcher it.
Mm.
But all these industries that you rely on and trust in, it's always a trick up their sleeve, man,
Yeah.
to keep you coming back. Because if you in that dependent state or in that addictive state, to, that that weak state to always want to desire more and more from the industry that you're attached to, then they generate revenue and they make massive profit. See, and America doesn't want to let us go, which we're gonna get that precept through the spirit. So without further ado, this is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. In the King James, I'll start. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. You going to it. I'm trying to find a quote. And this is that bloody city. This place was gathered, this place was gotten through bloodshed, the bloodshed of the Hebrew Israelites, specifically the northern kingdom, which Gad, they had, occupied a very big portion of this land before Esau Edom came over here with deception, with death, through plagues, through the sword. He utilized all of these different things, to take over. What? The deception of his word, not being a man of his word and telling us he's gonna do something when he actually desired to just, get our trust so that he could take over and cast us down. So woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. Yeah, lies and robbery. I was just joking with the elder, and I was talking about even the cups.
Oh yeah.
These cups really even be deceptive, man. They had the cup test.
I don't know. I was just about to say
They'll
it.
take a medium
I was
cup,
thinking in it. Yep.
and they'll take a small cup, and then you might order a medium or a large. And that's what these awful, certain
Yep.
trays you might get. You'll order a certain tray item, and you'll might pay an extra $5, $6, and everything that's within that tray you can fit in the other tray.
Right.
So
Same shit.
they're basically just making a profit off of unjust weights and deceptions. And the scriptures speak about
Oh yeah. Yep.
just weights,
Just weights, just balance.
just weights, just balance. And people think of these things. Oh, that's just a minor thing. These industries generate and steal, which that really is theft by deception.
Theft by deception. Yep.
They steal billions of dollars throughout the span of time. Some of these industries go back to 100, a few hundred years. Some of the 80s and the 1800s. You know, a lot of these industries are old industries that might have got recreated throughout time and repackaged or rebranded. You know, might have went bankrupt and had to rename themselves, or they might have updated. Or they started as a mom and pop shop, and then they grew. And they see that they had to make more for the demand of the people, make more profit. And that's the story of America, man. Constantly trying to generate more and more off of stealing and depriving the chosen people first and foremost, because really they're depriving everybody.
Yeah.
They're robbing everybody.
Right.
Whether it's through taxing, whether it's about not paying you your just wages, because even in the law, you're supposed to pay a man daily his wages, man.
Yeah, daily wages.
His just wages for the day. You work these jobs and you got to work 2 weeks in a hole and get paid the following 2 weeks, and they taxing the shit out of you. So now you starting off in the hole,
Right.
and then they charge you interest. So this place has to face judgment. You can reread that.
Yeah, and bro, even the earth, Esau is robbing the earth. Robbing it of its rest, the land Sabbaths. Robbing it. That's why we don't see fruit trees. He's casting down the fruit trees.
Yeah.
Telling us that these natural growing herbs that Yahweh Shah, created for us to use and consume is weeds, and they harmful to us. We need to cut them. He's robbing this place.
Yeah. Some of these plants are I'll say imperative for the thriving of the ecosystem.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have this man with his regulations and his authority complex just chopping out what he want to chop down because it's not registered under a business that he wants to actually that he has control over. And that's like I said, this is the story of America on the whole,
America, yeah.
on for hundreds of years. And then they think we just some Negroes that just complaining, but they don't even understand how far they are in the pit, because this is a pit.
It's a pit, yep.
And it ain't like you just had to, you could just jump up. You got a good vert, and you could jump up out of the pit. Now this man has customized this pit and dug it deep.
It gets so level, you might think you can reach the top of the damn pit, go another 50 feet. Like, God, yeah, what that happen?
Yeah,
right there.
modifying it.
Modifying it.
That's what the laws and legislation is for. But they'll put these different things in the books. Now they just said, if you owe child support, I think that has to do. And they might have been speaking about this, but they might be cracking down more on it. But it might be a passport. You're not gonna be able to travel, or you're not gonna be able to do certain things due to the fact that you owe child support. If you got backed up on certain payments, they just gonna keep you.
Right.
See you on that?
You wanted me to get those translations.
Yeah, get the multiple translations. See, and now people think that these things aren't a big deal. That's why they try to shy away from the fact. But in reality, this is damaging us as people.
Yeah.
So, that's why the Black, Latino, and Native American, man, even though we are the biggest producers of really everything, whether it's entertainment and intellectual, what we produce, our style, our charisma, what we bring to this society, we bring color to this mother effing place, man. But how are we rewarded?
What was the next question? I was
We
like,
rewarded with trickery, lies, the hood, ghettos, drugs, guns, and then they'll spin a narrative and make it seem like we're animals that need to be locked up,
Right.
and the keep on. That's the only way for us to actually have a level of self control within a goddamn prison cell.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna reread it in the King James Version right fast. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
Yeah, in that ancient bloody city, I think that was talking about Nineveh.
Nineveh, yeah. So,
And so Nineveh was known as the bloody city. You know. Now comparing Nineveh to America, Nineveh's not on no level.
not
Like,
nowhere near.
nobody ain't really thinking about, the amount of casualties of Nineveh compared to here in America,
Right.
the transatlantic slave trade, Spanish conquistadors, conquest, colonizers coming through these lands, butchering, like the brother just said, the Gadites. You got the Trail of Tears. You got all these different battles that took place, and this man has deliberately, literally put poison within the food and water supply of our brothers and sisters, man.
Yeah.
You know. But then, like I said, now we living in a social media age where everything is about fun and games and hopping all over the goddamn place on you in front of your phone for followers and money. So folly is set in great things. It's set on high. And folly and wisdom don't couple. You can't be a man of wisdom and a man of folly.
Right.
Now you could have certain things you might like scripture speak. You might have some things where your folly might be exposed to a certain level. You know, you might joke around.
Yeah.
But even the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes, even there's times where you're joking, you have fun, and you still got that real.
Yeah.
You still got the laugh to keep from crying, so to speak.
Yeah.
Mentality.
Yes, in Proverbs.
Hmm?
Something says like even in laughter, heart is made sorrowful.
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that.
Even in laughter, the heart is made sorrowful.
Yeah.
You know. So this devil wants to keep us fed with entertainment and really bullshit and keep our minds preoccupied while he gets the big bucks out of us, man. You know. That's why you gotta constantly keep clocking in. After you're done clocking in, you off the clock thinking about clocking.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you ain't clocking. The only one that's really clocking is Esau, because he clocking them funds out of mother effing ass.
Right.
You know, that's a problem. You know, that's a mother effing problem. You spend your years, and the essence of your life laboring for a system that don't give a fuck about you. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
This place does not care about you. I'm talking about us.
Yeah.
On this sign, scriptures calls us the undesirables.
You know, sorry.
You know, we're not desired in this society. That's why, like I said, it's so easy for this man just to throw your ass in a prison.
Yep.
And just leave you.
That's it.
And while you just rotting away, and that story is
number.
Yeah, he's just another number in the system. And I'm not saying niggas ain't Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are just blameless.
Right.
But the system is designed to really keep us at the bottom, going back to the pool.
You got it.
Yep. Now I'm gonna reread it in the NLT, which is the New Living Translation.
Yep.
And this is going into Nineveh. It reads, Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. What sorrow awaits Nineveh, the city of murder and lies. She is crammed with wealth. The city. What sorrow awaits Nineveh, the city of murder and lies.
So Nineveh was notorious for its murder and its lies. You know, is America the same? Hell yeah. Every day you cut on the, you know, you might get on the internet, go through your outlet channels, and you just gonna hear some damn horrific ass story. You know, whether it's something of you know, family members, government.
Right.
Hell, I just seen this thing where this cop just robbed the bank. I put it in the group.
Yeah. You
know, ex-cop. She was an ex-cop, and you know, more than likely she got robbed out of all her money from her.
Yeah.
From you know, the occupation that she had, or she spent it foolishly. She decided to rob the bank. You know. See.
Continuing on, she is crammed with wealth and is never without victims.
She is crammed with wealth and never without victims. You think America is running dry on its wealth or its victims? You know?
Right.
they're constantly, like I said, engineering wickedness, because really all this wickedness is being propagated on the left hand side. See, these people don't see these forces, and they don't understand vibrate. They don't understand a damn
No,
thing,
they don't got it.
you know. But they don't understand. They don't see, and they can't comprehend how negative vibrations work within the earth. You know, because if you look up the word negate, type in negate. Negate. You can keep going with it. Oh, what would you say? Like you type in negate, but that's the word of a negative. You know, I think it goes to some but this place produces a negative energy.
It's negative.
You know, like in the kingdom of heaven, everything is gonna be so positive that you're not gonna have to go against the grain with your thoughts. You know,
Right.
you know, speak about how the flesh is desperately wicked. You know, because it adapts to this wicked system. You know, but in the kingdom of heaven, we ain't gotta be having no, crazy thoughts. You know, wild intentions, things of that nature. You know, that animalistic, like brothers were going into at the other camp about that animalistic nigga nature is gonna be it's gonna be at 0% in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Being a beast.
Yeah, that beast, twerking, bottles all,
Yeah.
you know,
Driving the boat, bro.
yeah, ghost riding the whip. That culture is gonna be done away, man.
Yeah.
You got that?
Yeah, I got
Negate?
Yeah, negate in the online etymology. It says deny, make negative, or null.
To make negative or what?
Null.
No.
Yep.
Can you go into the etymology?
And I got the online etymology.
Mhm.
It says an act of denial.
An act of denial?
Yep, denial. Deny. It says say no. A negative assertion. Yeah, that's negation on online etymology.
It was another definition that said I takes away.
Oh, it said to say no.
Yep.
That's what they do in truth.
Yep.
What's that? Zacharias, they look away the shoulder.
Yeah. Stop it.
They stop their ears. That's them negating the truth. You know? No. They not. You know? And this is something positive to them, but they look at it as a negative.
Yeah, because they've been raised their whole life really with a spirit that's adversarial to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the how about Shemel Shah. You know, that's why when we tell a nigga to put the blunt down,
Yeah.
Stop pitching the drugs on people, they look at you like you basically telling a different tune to what they're used to.
Right.
Because they're used to growing up and being told to sell drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We know what's propagated within these cities and streets and hoods and stuff like that. What type of energy is being pushed?
Yeah.
That's why it's all, like you just said before. That's why it's always new cases of niggas getting locked up because they fall victim to this foolishness. Because the scripture says that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and they get preyed upon by manipulators.
Yeah.
Within the system, and it's just like it's deception. Scripture speak about the deceiver and deceiver.
The deceiver.
You got people that's being deceived, and they're deceiving other people that's being leading. Says when the blind lead up the blind, both shall fall into a ditch.
Yeah.
Right. So these Negroes is deep in a ditch. And through the Spirit, it's our job to retrieve the elect out of the house, the ones that have hope. Because some of you niggas, it ain't no hope for you.
Nah, it ain't.
Right.
Just says the Bible. You niggas have been so consumed with your wickedness, that that's all the nigga know. I was going to this scene about the Matrix when Morpheus was talking to Neo, and he told him, don't even try to unplug some of these, in layman's term, black ass niggas. Not jokes aside, but don't even try to unplug these individuals because they'll threaten your life and they might try to kill you.
Yeah.
If you try to unplug them. Why? Because they're fully fastened you know, and woven, so to speak, with the system itself.
Yeah.
The products of the beast
system.
beast system.
They already worship. That's what I talked about. I was saying earlier, not earlier, but last week at camp. Last week about going to the MOTB on how basically mentally you people already took the ship already. Physically you didn't do it, but the way your mind worked, you're already geared to take it because you're already worshiping the beast. 100%.
No resistance.
Yeah.
See what else like the elder said, it's always it's an immediate no. They'll see us. Oh nah, they
Right.
These niggas, they don't even hear the message before they even hear the message. No.
Right. Yep.
You know? But like we always talk about it, but if it's goddamn stupid Edomites, Jehovah's Witness, knocking on their door with them pamphlets, they gonna take it into consideration.
They fit the picture.
Yeah, they fit the description. You know, white man with shaggy. Because they think that's part of the deception too.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep.
You know, white man with shaggy hair, tall, 6 foot, you know, damn to be worshipped. White man, damn to be worshipped.
Yeah.
Pretty much do be worshipped by our people, man. You know, on it.
I got one more translation for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you go.
This is in the Berean Standard Bible translation, Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the city of blood, full of lies, full of plunder, never without praise.
Never without praise. You know, and that's why in this system we have to use wisdom, because the prisons are never full.
Right.
You know, they always got a place to throw a nigga in. You know, they always got somewhere where they could actually benefit. You know, and I heard this Jake on a song, it's a nigga track, but he made a really good point. He was said how crime does pay. He said crime definitely pays. Lawyers get paid.
Yeah.
Prosecutors get paid. DA get paid. Judges get paid. Like you a damn lie if you think crime doesn't pay.
Right.
You know, these high profile cases, man, some of them jakes be having to pay damn near $a few $1 million, man, to get their to get to walk away.
It's a business. It's a business.
It's a business. Yep. That's why it's court. You know, right when you get on the court, you pretty much in the, you know, the stage is set.
The stage is set.
You know, it's your word. You really don't even have to. You really shouldn't even speak. That's why they tell you to hire an attorney. You know, somebody to represent you, because they speak legalese, which is its own language. You know, you're going there trying to speak like a nigga or trying to be persuasive.
Yeah.
And they're gonna give you 155 years just for being simple.
Like that one. Remember that one Jake? You know what I'm talking about? That crazy hair.
Yeah.
Nigga killed. I think he killed that one. Yeah, it's crazy shit. They killed his girlfriend.
And think he gonna come in there with some.
Yeah, nigga had no lawyer.
Yeah,
I ain't
no
got
lawyer.
none of y'all. God damn it! He gave a monkey ass life, man.
I think a life plus out of here.
Life plus another life on top of that.
Judge probably looking at him, waiting on him to finish that simple ass point. like you got some, you know, you got some real range in Esau. See, that's why we say the things that we say. We're not tough guys. We don't speak from a position, you know, like we're gonna run down on the white man, ammunition, like how these other camps be with their assault rifles. You know, we're the ones that get prayed upon.
Right.
The scriptures speak about thou word Jacob. Anytime the scriptures describe us, it describes us as inferior animals or beings.
Worm, sheep.
Yeah. We ain't on no type of level, man. You take a sheep in any environment, whether it's the Arctic, whether it's the desert, whether it's the jungle, get their asses toe up.
Yeah, true.
Sheep need a shepherd. You know?
Yep.
You don't see them sheep just coasting on his, you know? It don't matter how many sheep come together.
Right.
That's just easy killings.
Easy.
You know?
You see a worm just trying to hide.
Yeah, the worm,
They try to hide.
Yeah, try to find somewhere. Matter of fact, you get 1 Peter 5 and 8.
But like I say, that's how you know that these other camps not in the right spirit. They try to do the opposite. They try to portray themselves as these macho,
right,
lion-like you know, militant guy, you know, gun. You know, you see the camps, ISUPK, Kiss the Boots, Kiss the Boots, all black. You know, that Black Panther type of image. You know,
Be a bear.
yeah. You know, you know, but that's not acting like a sheep, man.
Yeah.
You know, there you go.
And like prime example, when you read about the men in the scriptures, you know, whenever they authorities or certain individuals for that matter, Yahweh Shai, prime example, they wasn't looking to get into no military style conflict.
Right.
The Lord wasn't looking to get into no real showdown with the Romans. He said, if this is my kingdom, then with my servants fight.
Exactly.
You know, he proclaimed the power he has, but he knew that wasn't to be used as a weapon in this time.
See, if I want, I can put on a Legion.
Call down Legion.
Legion.
And what it said, Ecclesiastes, how wisdom is better than weapons of war. That's our weapon.
Right.
No one want to stay quiet. No one want to speak. Scripture says there's a time to speak, there's a time to be quiet. That's applying wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, like this ain't the time for me to be running my mouth. No, I'm not gonna put my face card out there. You know, got that
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 8.
Yep.
Be sober and vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, those other camps, man, they're not sober. They're not thinking very soberly to think that two of their guys on each side having an AR-15 is enough to take this man down.
Right.
The scriptures liken this man unto Leviathan. We just went back how we liken unto worms.
Right.
What can a worm do with Leviathan?
Nothing.
What can an earthworm do anything for that matter? Not nothing. So you got to know your position and understand where your power lies. Our power doesn't lie in guns.
Right.
You know, Jake always talk about these damn guns. Nigga, you just use that against your own people.
Yeah, that's it. Man.
Right.
You know,
Goddamn.
Jake be feeling extra tough. They had one video where Jake had the gun and the gun started talking to him. Don't let them niggas, don't let them niggas punk you out, all this extra stuff. Put the mouth on, Jake ready to spray, but then next thing you know, I was just saying, they land and now they facing all this time. And they didn't prove no damn point.
Yeah.
They thought they proved something, but you just landed, you got caught by the snake.
By a snake.
We're supposed to be avoiding. There's avoid, pass by it. Righteous shall hide in that day. Righteous shall keep silent.
Yep.
The scriptures liken us unto the hidden ones. Really, you want to be out the way.
Right.
This isn't a thing of being in the midst. Because look at all these niggas that's been in the midst throughout the years that are notorious. They all falling, man.
Yeah.
One by one. Top celebrities or, individuals that were, especially the tough niggas. The niggas that, just carrying that image. Man, a lot of them niggas goddamn either got killed, or something tragic happened to humble them, man. The Lord loves a humble servant, or a humble soul. When you got that proud, that mentality, man, the Lord, scripture says those in Proverbs, that's one of the things he hates. So if he hate, he gonna hammer it down.
Yep.
Right.
So that's why we gotta stay humble, man. So that we don't be pretty much judged, so to speak. For lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Scripture says if we judge, we want to be judged with mercy.
Yep.
That's why even with the prayers.
Oh yeah.
You pray, you don't pray from a position like it tells you in the gospel. You had the publican and the rich man. He was like, man, I'm glad I'm not like this publican, talking shit.
Yep.
And the publican pretty much had the spirit like, look, Lord, I'm not worthy. Sin. I do things that not feasible in my spirit, and I feel. And the Lord had more respect.
Yeah.
For the poor publican man, the sinner, than the I think he was a Pharisee. I think the dude was a Pharisee. Somebody that was in a good position. I forget, but he had more respect for him than the other guy, man. So that's a mentality. That's the mentality we have to be in the spirit.
Yeah.
Continue on that though. Reread that.
Yep. Verse 8,
Yep.
1 Peter chapter 5. Be sober, be vigilant. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, your adversary, which your adversary is the enemy. And that shows you we have enemies. If not, if we didn't have enemies, why would the Bible say your adversary? You have a personal adversary, man. You know, that wants to take you out of, really take your life.
Yeah.
Wow. Take you out. And like I said, he thought you ain't gonna be looking up and you're gonna see him, this nigga just following you.
Right.
You know, you looking and you just might see him on a roof.
Yeah.
And driving and seeing the same. It ain't that, man.
Right.
This ain't no damn movie.
Right.
You know? This is like we talking about. This is we get that Ephesians 6th chapter. You about to say something?
Yeah, about to say just add to your point. Like I said, it's more so spiritual. You gotta always be on guard and be vigilant, which means to be watchful. Because you notice how it uses a lion in that reference. If you study lions, how they hunt, they usually hunt when the prey is not really like aware. You know, like usually when their back is turned, like they hunt like zebras, or they usually drinking water.
Right.
They're not aware, then the lion will creep up or he'll run up and get them. You know, or you see, I about to bring out with the little girl at the zoo, right? She's playing lion. You see the lion kind of like get ready to pounce. So he's crouching down, like scripture say.
Yeah.
The little girl turns her back. The lion he just rushes up.
Yeah, hit the glass.
Hit the corner of the glass.
Yeah.
It's always when your back is turned. So that's like Esau, the devil. You know, spiritually, your back is turned. That's when he gets your ass. So you always gotta you always gotta,
Right.
look. You know what I'm saying? Look it, watch. You turn back. I ain't around. You turn back.
Yeah.
Get your ass, man.
Yeah.
You know.
How you watch your back, or have a brother watch your back. You know.
Matter of fact, I think most felines, they call them felines. I think that's how most of them hunt, like panthers, tigers. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
And one thing about a predator, they don't want no
Predators,
They ain't looking for no difficult hunt.
Right.
Right.
It was an easy.
They want an easy hunt. They just trying to make meal.
Yep.
Make it to the next day.
Yeah.
Feed their cubs. Feed their young.
Right.
That's the main thing that's on their mind.
Yeah.
And as they're doing it, they're training their cubs on how to hunt.
Right.
See that?
Yeah.
You know, giving them the skills.
Giving them the skill. Yeah.
Skills to take down the prey. Same thing with the white man. See, Esau passes down the skills how to take down a nigga, man. And then it's second nature. How to keep a nigga tame.
Yeah.
Keep him subject. If he get wild and get a little antsy and throw his ass in the cage, he gonna learn.
Like to keep him full. That full belly, so he just laying around.
Keep him lingering. Yeah, what is it? Lounging.
Right.
In that lethargic state.
You're not a pacifier.
Yep. Keep Jake pacified. That's what we said. With damn entertainment, even on the phone, man. It's always something fun to do here in America.
Yeah.
That's part of this man's weapon.
Right.
Because the word fun means distract. It's always something that distract the nigga.
Yeah, always.
You know? You got
I did have more on.
Yeah. No, First Peter.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 9. Whom resist steadfast in faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Verse 10. But the power of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahushai, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you.
Yeah, that's heavy. It said, make you perfect, establish, settle you. And it says the eternal what? Glory?
Eternal glory.
Yeah, eternal glory. Because if you're perfect and you establish and you settle, then you pretty much become impervious to the devices of the wicked. Damn near untouchable. And just think about a nation of people that can't be touched by wickedness. That are no longer playing within the the hands of the devil, then the nigga weapons don't work no more. You know? See, the devil knows he has a weapon, and he uses the weapon. Which is the word devil means to be a deceiver or a trickster. Yeah, trickster. Yeah. You know? Just think about if you're people that's manipulators. You know? To some of them, they don't even think of it as manipulation. They won't say, "Yeah, I'm a manipulator." They just know how to get their way.
Know how to get their way, yeah.
You know? And if you're not part of the program and you see through it, then they don't want to be. They want to get the fuck from around.
Yeah,
Excuse my French.
Yeah.
You know, that's why certain women don't. They already see who they can't get the one up on, and it just pass by.
Yeah.
You know. So this devil, he wants you, like we just said, imperfect, unestablished, emotional. You know.
Yep.
Because he can control you from your emotions.
Right.
You know. If you always, you easily agitated, you know, little things had to get you off your balance, you know. Then you could be used as a weapon or a tool for his use.
Yeah, for his use. Yeah, yeah.
You know, the scriptures speak about fit for the master's use.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're not fit for the Heavenly Father's use, you're gonna be used for something.
Used for Satan.
Yeah, used for Satan.
He's gonna be a tool for some.
You know, a tool for his bidding.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and that's why certain jakes, they'll do some straight up, flat out demonic. They might run over a pack of people or go on a killing spree.
Yeah.
And they'll ask them like, "What was your?" Might go on an interrogation. They say that people made me do it.
Yeah.
You know, some of them they'll damn near say they lost conscience.
Yeah.
And spirit just made them do it because they was easy pickings, man.
Pickings.
You know, they wasn't putting a spiritually protectionary hedge over their head, so they was being controlled by the left hand side.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. You have to you only going to be on the left hand or the right hand side, but it's going to be a side that we are on.
Yeah.
And you have to fight this to maintain its maintenance on both sides. You know, just like on the right hand side, speak about prayers, fasting, anointing, assembling of yourselves together, alms,
charity, brother.
laying of the hand, charity, laying of the hands of the presbytery, prophesying. That's a part of fighting. That's the scripture says, "Who shall stand up for me against the evildoers, against the workers of iniquity?" That's a part of this is spiritual maintenance right here.
Yeah,
because we're resisting. You know, we're pushing against a vibration. You know, and the scripture says to prophesy against. So we're objecting the ways of this world, which is a righteous act.
Like they got a term called fighting words. Yeah, say certain things. People be like, "What you say?" It's like truth.
Yeah,
we're not physical, of course. You know, we don't try to get carnal or physical, but our words, so like you said, people are so adverse to what we're saying. It's like a fight. It's like a war.
It is. That's a spiritual. That's crazy because it might have been earlier today. I was kind of like in a I wasn't unconscious, but I don't know if I was asleep or not. But you know, as you in that like that REM state. But I remember I was thinking about that, how most people they'll throw down, they'll fight you, and really fighting is a form of just lashing out your emotions, so to speak. But we all know in the physical.
Yeah, physical.
You know, in the physical, when you fed up, you want to lash out, and I said that projection.
Yeah, projection.
You know, it's a form of projecting yourself, but through physical means. But it all started with your mind. I'm saying I'm gonna hit this mother effer. Right. You know, but see, us through the spirit, we understand how to use a weapon, and we're projecting. We are fighting. We're doing the same action, call to action, but it's not physical. Right. You know, just like the elder said.
Yeah, it's not physical. Yeah.
It's spiritual. You know, fighting against these, pulling down, which we get back to 2 Corinthians chapter 2, pulling down the strongholds, that which holds strongholds on the minds of the people. You know, there was a post, and we're gonna get back into the scriptures, what Jake has said, nobody believes that the white people are the Jews anymore. Well, that's
Strongly imposed them.
that didn't just happen overnight. It ain't like everybody just woke up scratching their head and saying they're not the Jews. One aspect of them being exposed, from them exposing themselves, that's one aspect. But through the Spirit, we starting off with apostles and elders on down, you know, the brothers predominantly here from Great Millstone. You got other Israelites that teach this, truth about the so-called Jews, you know, about who they truly are. But us as Israelites, I'll just say that for the, you know, just to give Israelites are the ones that really push the spirit of really who the so-called white man is.
Oh yeah, that's it.
You know, like I said, that didn't happen overnight. That was a job, and that was a force.
Yeah.
You know, that we took head on through the Spirit to expose. Drove out our ways, went to these camps, cut on these live streams, and posted it all throughout these different search engines, whether it's TikTok. Some brothers have videos on TikTok. TikTok. Mainly we do YouTube.
Mainly YouTube,
YouTube first and foremost. Which you might have certain brothers be posting stuff on Facebook. We don't do all that.
Yeah.
But it is nonetheless they've been exposed.
It's exposed.
Yep. See? So you got that. Matter of fact, read Corinthians first, then we'll go to these.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 1. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Yeah, so we didn't have to do that with big bullets, big guns.
Right.
We didn't need not one AR-15 to expose this devil for who he truly is. Really, it would have went against it would have took away from the relevance of the faith.
Away from it,
You know, because what can a gun do when with this type of message? This weapon, this message is more powerful than any gun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we understand the power that lies within this word. That's why we don't take. See, we don't depend on guns. You know, some brothers don't even own guns.
Right.
To be honest, me personally, I never owned a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I never really felt the need of actually having one.
Yeah,
now, it's for a brother to have one for self-defense, like have a wife and kids, there's nothing wrong with that. But
like the apostle said, as long as it's licensed, registered.
Right.
So it's this disclaimer.
As a disclaimer,
according to your states, every state is different. State.
Some states you can't have it.
Some states can't have it at all. So make sure you're following the laws.
Following your laws, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you should be good.
Yeah, it should be good. But like you said, for the most part, some brothers don't even.
Most brothers don't even have.
Don't give a damn about that shit. You know, because whatever happens, we understand it's in the spirit of the Lord.
Yeah, spirit.
Yep.
You know, and we know how to use this wisdom appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
You see, most people that have guns and stuff, they fear.
Yeah.
Like you scared of these niggas on this side of town.
What's old boy going viral? The fucking the white dude.
Chud.
Oh yeah.
Chud, yeah.
Yeah, that Chud nigga.
See them? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He might
With the cowboy hat on.
Yeah, the cowboy hat, mustache.
Yeah.
Calling Jake talking nigger and all that.
Yeah, talking about chimping out and shit.
Yeah, chimping out.
Yeah.
But he do that because I thought about because you said the gun. He got the gun. He got the mace.
Yeah, the bear spray. Yep.
So he fit. So he doing that, but he really is like he really scared.
He really scared,
Right.
yeah.
And then recently, I guess it was the other day. I guess he was somewhere out there, and some Jake's basically like yo, what's up, man? Yeah, spit on him, set the phone on his hand.
Yeah.
It's on it's on social media.
Uh-huh.
I thought about that. I've been watching it, but yeah, it's fearful. He got the
Fearful,
gun,
yeah.
but if he had that, he wouldn't be doing
He
that.
wouldn't be that tough.
Uh-huh.
That guns give him that
Yeah,
that extra testosterone.
that's the testosterone. Yeah, little boost.
Testosterone in them bullets, man.
Yeah,
You know that's what they call it, an equalizer.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, but you got it on.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Shai to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, and you got to think about throughout the years the amount of strongholds, starting off with the apostles and elders on down, and their elders. You know, Elder Abba Bivens, Elder King Basha, Elder Yaikwa, Elder Ariah. You know, on down. How much deception we broke down
Yeah.
throughout the decades. You know, the amount exposés of bringing out the full proof and tying it and linking it with the scriptures.
Hey, through the Spirit, we basically killed these holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all might be, you remember 2007, 8, 2009, maybe 2010, the first, we call it the Great Awakening.
Yeah.
Back then, I remember we was hard.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the thing.
That was the thing, yeah.
The Illuminati and exposing the wicked holidays.
Yeah.
We used to go all the time, wherever or camp will expose this. We're gonna bring out the truth about Christmas,
Yeah.
Halloween. We don't even talk about that no more, really. And you look at the spirit of these when the holidays come around, it be dead.
Yep.
Christmas be dead, Halloween, Thanksgiving.
They say it don't be the same on social media.
It don't be the same.
Yep.
Vibration.
It's a vibration. This is dead.
Yeah.
We don't really do videos. You might, but it's like at this point,
Overkill.
yeah, overkill.
Yeah.
Spirit. We spiritual holiday.
You know? And see, we party poopers in a righteous way, because this ain't a party we supposed to be attending any damn way, man.
Right.
Exactly, the Lord has assigned, like you niggas, y'all don't even follow the law, the holidays that the Lord has granted you to follow. You following the enemy's holidays, days that made him more empowered, because holidays do give power.
Yeah.
Like we just said about forces and vibration. We saw celebrating these days, reminiscing on them pilgrims putting their foot up the natives' asses. They feel ready to get it back popping, man. But through the Spirit, us brothers, breaking this stuff down, tearing these strongholds down. The stronghold is a compound word. To hold strong.
Hold strong, yep.
It holds on the minds of these people, these generational holidays. Niggas ain't trying to celebrate Christmas like that no more.
Nah, it's over.
Oh, the women.
Oh yeah.
That spirit of being the ideal good man that mom raised you, the gentleman. These niggas ain't really trying to fit that image like that no more, man.
Hell.
They stick to the podcast and
that podcast.
What they call it, the red pill.
They say stay away from the Western. That's how Jacob say it like that. Stay away from Western folk. Stay away from Western women.
Surprise you to get the passport, travel
passport. Yeah.
So that, like you said, that whole mindset is being done away with.
Broken up.
Yep.
Broken up through the Spirit. Because it's all products of this system, man. And that's the job of a prophet. This Jeremiah 28:8. Can you read that over?
Yep.
Reread in verse 4, 2 Corinthians chapter 10. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the pulling down of strongholds.
To the pulling down of strongholds. So this devil has put a lot of he's layered strongholds on our minds, man. Wrapped it like a damn mummy, man. That's why prior to understanding this truth, you have to get broken down before you get built up. You start to see like, damn, that was a lie. Damn, that was a lie. Damn, I can't eat that. Man, I can't do that. Damn. Oh, that's going off. That's just like the accident I seen the other day. Damn near.
That's a red light.
Tripping at the red, going off.
Right.
Got spirits on him, man.
He wanted that collision. It looks like the way.
Yeah, you got damn near spirits out here, man. You got demon. That's a spirit. It's a demon, man.
Right.
Both in the wrong.
Yeah, both in the wrong.
So is this street too? It's always
Yeah.
The street.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the accident right here. Yeah. In camp, in the middle of they had the police over there. It was an accident right there.
Yeah.
I seen it in the front, like boom. I'm like, what the hell?
Before they put that light up, they put that light up after that.
Yeah, you can reread that. Like it kind of through.
It was damn near like an accident.
It's always an accident. It's an accident city right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They love accidents out here. You got it. These fucking Tasmanian devils out here. You got it.
Reread in verse 4, 2 Corinthians chapter 10. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Yeah, so we got weapons, but you can't pat us down and find us.
Right.
It's all from upstairs. Spirit. And we got endless tools too. It's not just like one weapon.
Right.
We got a arsenal that we could pull from. Pull from the same bag of this devil.
Yeah.
So we ain't gotta have a trick bag, man.
Right.
You know, we like how Jake said, we real. You know, everything comes from the spirit. See, this devil, everything comes from his deception, how he learned people and learned the nature of people to play on their simple ass thoughts,
Right.
and to keep them in that feel good sensation, just keep them high off of words. We're not here to keep you. We're not here to get you high off of words. Scriptures, woes, lamentations, and warnings within the book.
Yep.
So we'll tell you these things, and so you can recognize where you at. You know what you should be fighting towards. Because if you fighting, what you wanted to the point of fighting, you gotta know what you boxing.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's a spiritual fight, you still don't. You just don't. You ain't just aimlessly swinging.
Right.
You have a target.
Target. Yeah.
You know, it's just like you will see certain. Oh, there was another thing on the Matrix. Certain people they'll get in that state where they'll just feel the vibration and know what they're, know what to come against. That's why we do lessons. Like, man, you know what, the spirit, man, I'm about to, I'm gonna go into this. I'm supposed to Illuminati,
Yeah.
Now the Illuminati is fully. We don't even have to really.
Nah.
Some brothers do it just, for
Yeah.
just like on a video game. You might beat the game and you might still, play certain missions.
Go redo the mission.
Yeah, just for reminiscence, and just because you got the flair, you love that mission. You like, man, I'm about to start this shit off. You don't even collect points really.
Right.
After you beat a mission on a certain game and you redo it, sometimes you can go back and do it over.
Yeah.
But you really don't get too much. You might get a few experience points.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like you already did it. But you just do it for the love of the game.
Yep.
Might see some little side quests.
Side quests. Stuff. That's really
Yep.
the point that we at now.
Yep.
We're really in the time of just, prophesying and waiting on things to play out.
Yep.
Everything has already been said.
Everything's been said.
So we keep saying, like, eventually, one of these camps is going to be the last camp. We don't
Yep.
know when, but I mean, how much more we got? We've been through the whole book, been through all the breakdowns. Israel's is pretty much well known. And we see Esau collapses. It's like, well, it's more than
Esau being the devil, being exposed.
Yeah, being exposed.
Like you said, now you go on social media. I just go through and just scroll, and I just see all kind of stuff on Israelites exposing the white man. Now some of them be really off.
Yeah.
A lot of points they be making be accurate when it comes to this devil. But the point that I'm making is how it's really through the works of the apostle on down, it's been exposed.
Yep.
Now we're gonna continue to expose and continue to go through the records, because the scriptures speak about how the wickedness of this devil has reached unto the heavens in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter. So we still bringing out charges, man.
Right.
And like I said, we do this for the love of it, man. That's where you have the term amateur, which is more, which is love. We love to do this. We love to wake our people up. Scriptures tell you that in Song of Solomon, the 8th chapter, matter of fact, read that, hold that, go to Song of Solomon 8, because I just want to bring out that point. I don't want to butcher that, and we're going to go right back. The camps is growing through the spirit. More people are waking up. This devil can't pull the same tricks out his bag.
Like it.
But guess what? We can. Like I said, our bag doesn't get outdated. Like, man, I can't bring this precept out. This precept,
Right.
Right.
This precept ain't relevant no more. So people speak about how this is
Living water.
living water.
Water is always moving. Is always.
It's
The bag we got, it gets deeper.
It gets deeper.
Right.
Yeah.
They like, oh, damn, it's the bottom. That motherfucker keep. You're like, damn, it's more.
It's more.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep pulling out.
Figure out how to apply it to this.
Yep.
That's why we go back to the beginning. We was talking about Nineveh, and we comparing to Nineveh. Nineveh was thousands of years ago.
Exactly.
Yep.
But we can still go into Nahum and apply Nahum's letters into today's time to still prophesy.
Yep.
Jeremiah, Isaiah,
Habakkuk,
Ezekiel.
Yep.
We're going from old letters or old writings and speaking about them in modern time.
Yeah.
And some of it has more relevance than it did in daytime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's more relevant now.
Because this is the daughter of kingdoms, and it has succeeded these Babylon, the Medo-Persian Empire, Greece, Rome, and amalgamated all these different these empires
All together is one.
in one.
Yeah.
That's why it's a beast system. So these prophecies and these writings of these ancient men, that shows you how impactful, and that's where you have the term timeless.
Yep.
You know, their writings are timeless because they was prophesying when Jeremiah was prophesying. He wasn't thinking about America. Prophesied
Right.
America, prophesying downfall of Babylon the Great.
Right.
That's America. He was talking about the kingdom and the society that he was living in.
In their time.
See, Isaiah as well. These prophets, when they were prophesying, they wasn't talking about America. They was talking about the society in which they was living in at the time, in context. But through the Spirit, we understand the prophets being subject unto the prophets.
Yeah.
And how these prophets going back into this living word, how it applies to today's time. America being the virgin daughter of Babylon. So now you got to go back.
Yeah, go back to
it. So it's predecessor, because the scripture says, which we all go into Ezekiel, as is the mother, so is the daughter.
Oh yeah, yep.
The tendencies, the lifestyle habits, the whole get up, you guys. Song of Solomon 8:1. I just want to bring out that one time like that.
This is the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 1. Oh, that thou wert as my brother, that sucked the breast of my mother.
Oh, that thou wert as my brother, that sucked the breast of my mother. Thy mother being this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Brother being a kinsman, like the brother just pulled up. Oh, as thou wert my brother. Like in the ancient world, you would have prophets. You would have prophets that would prophesy on the streets just as we do, and you would have certain people that was what's the word? Curious.
Yeah.
Curious of the information. That way said, oh, as thou were my brother that sucked the breast of my mother. The breast represents also the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Bible. Scripture speak about them that are drawn from the wean from the milk drawn from the breast. Yeah. Team.
Continuing on. When I shall find thee without.
When I shall find thee without. Continue.
I would kiss thee.
I will kiss thee. Kissing is a form of embracing.
Yep.
So to kiss your brother is to bring him back in the fold. To this understanding.
Kiss the son, lest he be angry.
Keeping in a good rapport, so to speak, too. But that's also part of kissing. Keeping a good connection. Yeah, like you might see certain chicks, they might pop out with a bad chick and he's trying to kiss her. I seen a video, Rick Ross, who had chick, he was trying to kiss her and she doing this. Oh, that show you she ain't really
she ain't fucking with you.
She got know what Jake was saying.
Right.
She there for all the all the glitz and glamour.
Yeah,
that true connection.
Yeah, she ain't really.
But that's a form of revealing yourself. Is that because that's an intimate thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. See, a woman will give her body up and don't even kiss you.
Nah, that's for real.
Yeah, like they like, nah, we don't do kissing. That's just the wickedness of this part of the activity.
Yep.
But that's how kissing is a very intimate thing.
Yep.
That's why the scripture says, "I will kiss thee." Bring you into the fold. See, people will read that and they'll say, "Oh, Solomon's talking about kissing another." Because you people are simple.
Right.
That's why you have to have teachers to teach you this word and rightfully divide the word of truth. Put it all in context. You can see on that.
Continuing on. Yea, I should not be despised.
Yeah, and this is poetry. Solomon was known as a preacher. So he would say words in a very harmonious way, so to speak. See, read that part over. Not the what? Despised.
Yeah. Yea, I should not be despised.
I should not be despised. Continue.
Verse 2. I will lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house.
I will lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house. What's the mother's house? Into the truth. The proof of that is Proverbs the 7th chapter. which it says, "Call wisdom thy kinswoman." And hold that. Go to Proverbs 7. I think it's 4. I don't know which.
Yeah.
It's a point that says mother.
Yeah, this the truth is like it's like a safe house, like a shelter,
Like a safe house.
Yeah.
right? It was raining or it was a storm. You could hide within His truth. Storm represents the lies, the oppositions. You know, truth is it's like a hedge, over us.
It's kind of like his own like spiritual network or bubble.
Yeah, like yep,
You know,
spiritual
like when you be in the spirit, you be so remiss of what's. I mean, we watch, we see the things that's going on in the world, but you kind of get like, man, ain't nothing going on really. You lose track of what people are doing in today's in modern time when you be in the spirit, really.
Yep.
You know,
Psalms 91. About how, he that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Isaiah 32. How about how a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, a man of the Lord.
And that's how you know in the spirit it's really like his own world.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're in the gaming world, you'll see how big and how complex that world is.
Right.
Like, damn, this is a damn world in itself.
Yeah.
Figure out where you rank in the world and stuff like that. It's like, I gotta get my, the truth is the same way. It's his own world. But you can read that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 4. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister.
Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister. See?
And call understanding thy kinswoman.
Yeah, so when Solomon was talking about thy mother, that's talking about the wisdom, because that go back to Proverbs. Solomon wrote the book of Proverbs. You had certain proverbs that wasn't handwritten by Solomon, but for the most part, Solomon wrote the book of Proverbs. So that's precept upon precept.
Yeah.
See? Keep going on that.
Continuing on in Proverbs chapter 7 to verse 5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman.
Yeah, that they may keep thee from the strange woman. Because the strange woman is the foreign woman. That's the ways of this world. America is likened unto a strange woman, in the Holy Bible.
That's right.
And we went back going back to the initial point on how everything is deceptive. How you know a strange woman is when she's trying to deceive your ass, man.
Right.
Trying to find ways to get you for the ducats, man. for your checking and savings accounts.
Yep.
Or find ways to get over. A little sneaky way. We're talking about the manipulation. But us understanding the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai, we see through the strange woman. So we know how not to play, how not to play in the hands of the strange woman.
Yeah.
Because see, the thing is, you got certain jakes, they'll play in the hands of the strange woman, they get caught.
Yeah. Real quick, bring out some of that point. This is in the book of Proverbs. This is Proverbs 23 and 27. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange.
Really good.
Yep. This is for a whore. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit.
Yeah, think about the amount of men whose lives got ruined early over a woman.
Right.
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
There's certain jakes that serve 20 years over a woman.
Yep.
30 years over a woman. That's a ditch. You won't never see the light of day over this woman, man. You just had this situation took place with these women and her two brothers. They got killed. Over a situation where her toxic baby daddy was. They love a nigga toxic.
Yeah.
A nigga with all kind of nigga look like he's destined. He look like he just got out of prison.
Yeah.
And you were running to his arms and whooping up on your ass, and you want to call immediate help, and you don't got these men killed, but you chose this man,
right?
It wasn't like your father had,
right,
arranged the marriage. You chose. That's your bad pickings.
Yeah,
right.
All these women, they always got that spirit of calling, their brother,
Yep.
But that's just part. That's a minor. It's not really a minor example because they lost their lives. But that's one example amongst many.
Yeah.
On how Jake get caught by the strange woman, man.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's talking about the system because America is likened unto a whore.
Yeah.
But these women are byproducts of the whore. That's why they work so good in the system.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Tandem.
they in tandem. It's like it's like a Bluetooth. You know?
Yeah.
These women wake up with the Bluetooth connection to the goddamn America, man. Yeah.
That connects or operate.
Yeah. They start
Right.
They learn early how they attract men. They learn all that. They learn all that deception early, bro.
Yeah.
Them little girls be 5, 6 years old and know they be knowing they pretty or whatnot, have nice hair. They just knowing how to, you know. But from there, knowing how to get their way with their parents.
Yep.
You know, somebody say no, they gonna run to the daddy.
Yep.
The dad say no, they gonna run to the mom. They gonna throw a hissy fit. Then they gonna get their way. And it just leaks over to everything, you know, just going.
It's crazy how they learn that at that
They learn
young age. Like, damn, how you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they grow to be grown children.
Yeah.
Grown, effed up individuals.
Yep.
So you got something?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go back to that.
Did we get Proverbs 2 yet?
Nah, we didn't go into Proverbs.
No, yeah. You got it.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 7:2. And you can start at verse 10, but I'm gonna read verse 16. All right, it says, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even the stranger which flattereth with her words. Because that's really what a woman's power is, manipulation.
Yeah.
So a man, you know, they have, you know, physical powers, you know what I mean? And things like that. But women's power is not, it's not in the physical, it's in the ability to manipulate. Like what is that in First Ezra's? You know, the First Ezra's, I want to say chapter 2 or chapter right in the beginning of Ezra's, you know, I think Michael chapter 4, the water, you know, where it talks about the woman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that strange woman is the, you know, false philosophies, you know, like other ideologies that cause you to go, that's spiritual fornication. You know? But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Jake has slept with the strange woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they have that ideal thinking pattern, and it's corrupt. You know, that's why the Lord has numbered 2/3 unto the sword. You know, because they believe that's still as many times as it failed, Jake still think that that's the way to go. Well, you're gonna continue failing, my man. That's like you got an essay, or you might have a what's in a school multiple choice sheet.
Yeah.
You know, and you
Scantron.
You fail, and you get the same exam, and you do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Teacher gonna be looking like, nah, hold this nigga back.
Mm-hmm.
Same answers. Teacher gonna be looking like, nah, this nigga ain't raps right. Yep. Come on. Is it more than that? Oh, yo, that was. But yeah, that's the thing. See, that's why through the Spirit, we looking to change, man. This truth brings about change.
Yeah.
What we're doing is an act of change, man. And Jake don't like change. They used to old South Central nigga, you know, boys in the hood, old school gangbang. Jake liked that old rugged nigga path, man.
Yeah, house party.
Yeah, but the Lord is doing away with it. The Lord that's part of the stronghold. You know,
yeah.
The Lord is doing away with too, man.
Mm-hmm.
That image, the image of the so-called image of manhood they personify, which is not a true image of manhood.
It's a criminal.
Yeah, criminal. Yeah.
The highest form of a black man or woman is a damn criminal. A
Thought,
you know,
gangster.
Uh-huh.
And you can choose A, B, C, or D underneath the umbrella of a goddamn criminal. Right?
Same thing,
A whore. Or thought. The highest level that Jake wants to achieve is to be a nigga. That's the highest level. Nigga in Hollywood, or you a nigga in public office?
Yeah.
Or you a nigga on your job, or you a nigga at home?
A real nigga.
Real
nigga.
It's like
how this is kept. You are a real nigga.
Right.
You are the realest of niggas. Now, what category you fall into depends on your ambition and your dreams. You know.
I was gonna say it's like you're playing a video game. You try to make a character, custom character, but they got like presets already.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Pick that, you know, make it from scratch.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like preset 1, they could be fat with like orange hair. Like,
Yeah.
the hell?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a nigga. It's like a like.
That's a nigga, yeah.
First one's a nigga.
Yeah. Nigga
Second
started
one's
getting
like a thought. Like you said, like that.
thought, yeah.
Said.
Yep.
Yep.
Nigga just pick that. Is
And the image.
the image, man.
Yeah. They just go with it throughout their whole life. And they say, that's all I know. You
Mm.
know? Got some more of that song. We're gonna go back to that. Yes, sir. But that's from drinking of that it's also likened unto a strange vine too.
Yeah, they the wine.
Drinking from that strange wine, man. See, we all drunk from the same cup. We all were part of this American experience. We learned how to be criminals, learn how to be niggas. You know, we had the same, like I said, we had the same formula of upbringing.
Yeah.
But what made us different through the Spirit is ultimately the Lord called us, but we accepted the call.
That spiritual detox, like a spiritual detox.
Spiritual detox.
So you said earlier, that's Lord to break you down before you
break you down.
So I was like, us getting broken down was like a detox. You had to, go through things, you had to find certain things out. Hey, that was a lie. That was
yeah.
Yep.
Like, I was wrong on that.
Started to come purge out that wine.
Yeah.
You know,
Rehab.
Yep.
Rehab. That's it.
Yeah.
Spiritual rehab.
Yeah.
You know,
Alcohol
Rehabilitation.
Yeah, spiritual rehab.
Spiritual
like on New Jack, man.
Yeah.
You know, Babylon keep calling and keep calling.
We had to do both.
Right.
You know,
For crack rock.
We had a spiritual calling.
Spiritual crack.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's America.
and not Nino Brown, but Nero.
Yeah.
Nero. Not Nino, but Nero's is in charge of
Nero Brown.
Nero Brown. Yeah.
or Nero Orange.
Keeping you
Nero.
Nero Orange.
Nero Orange.
Not Nino Brown, but Nero
Orange.
is in charge.
Keeping you on that product.
Right.
Keep you on that.
Keep you on that free base. Right.
Until you.
You know, we
Uncut.
telling you to get off the rock, man. Get sober. The scripture say that. The scripture tell you to get. We just read it.
Say it, yeah.
You know, a nigga don't want to be sober, man. A nigga want to avoid the AA meetings. You
Yep.
telling them, look, man, you got to get rehabilitated. Look, I was dirty like you. I cleaned myself up. Some brothers is 10 years sober.
Right.
You know, 15 years sober, Babylon. You know, I'm feeling good. I'm in good health.
12-step program.
Yeah,
Right.
12-step,
12 tribe program.
Right.
But a nigga want to still try to run to that until he OD.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, he got a casket, and he got the obituaries and the baby pictures. But we told him we told that nigga stop freebasing, stop taking that, hitting up that shit.
Right.
He got a cardboard cutout of him. There's a cardboard cutout of a nigga with his pants sagging.
Right.
You know, they take the picture from Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah. They gonna chop
the
it.
cardboard cutout.
Crop it.
They put the wings on them.
Big boy wings.
Wings.
Put them big old wings on them.
Yeah, the clouds.
It's like a full body cardboard cutout. Nigga going front.
Yeah.
And then it say fly high.
Fly.
Jerome Lil J Baby Wilson.
Right.
Right.
They put them down. They put them down for wings on Jake, man.
Right. Damn.
That nigga fly around the whole solar system. Right.
Start putting them devil on.
He was a nigga, man.
Start putting them devil on.
Right.
Devil on Jake. But we're gonna go back to that song stuff. He was a demon, yeah. You got it. You want me to start a solar system? Yeah.
This
is the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 2. I will lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house.
Yeah, this is the mother's house, man. This is the sober home. Like I said, when you go to get sobered up, you have to go to the AA, or they might actually take you from your home and your environment because it's so toxic.
Yeah, environment.
Like, nah, you can't be around these people. You gotta cut off your the ones that you thought was your friends, keeping you hooked on that bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Intervention.
You
learn.
Y'all remember? I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all remember the Surreal Life on VH1?
Mm-hmm.
They used to take those celebrities out. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
And they make like a reality show.
Yeah.
You know, you had different celebrities from 80s and 90s up in there. You know, and it was basically them, living amongst each other.
Living with each other, yeah.
You know, and they was, dealing with
fat boot camp, the fat
Yeah,
boot
yeah.
camp reality show.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you had celebrities that were too heavy.
Too heavy, yeah.
But it was basically Hollywood, you know, they was basically capitalizing off of being in Babylon, being in Hollywood,
Yeah.
they had to get right.
Gotta get
right. Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
back to shape.
Start to see it starting to feed on their life.
they did that with NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy, the girl, the cash out girl, they took him to some camp in Colorado or Utah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
right?
Top
And
breast.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
but they had to live out there.
Oh yeah, that's
to
what they
get
take.
sober.
Yeah, they take them out.
Lived there for like a year or so,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's now why he on his run.
Yeah.
You know, he had to do what he had to do.
Yep.
Put you through that to get you. They basically put you through that program.
Yep.
So they couldn't.
Oh,
Yep. What you about to say?
Thousand got a fellowship.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
got a fellowship.
And you got to acknowledge.
Yep.
Like we always talk about, one of the main things, but sobering up, is you got to acknowledge that you are an addict.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
you got to acknowledge that. In its truth, you got to. What is it? Titus. We were once foolish. You know, we acknowledged that we was doing things of the world. You know, living things, having lifestyle habits that wasn't feasible to the spirit, and committing more to the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were Gentile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Natural Gentiles, but you were Israelites living as Gentiles.
that's what humility too. Admit that.
That's I love.
Cause you cry, nah, I ain't, nah, man, I ain't doing it. But humility, like, nah,
I ain't addicted.
yeah, I ain't. Nah,
I can stop when I want to. But stop.
Right.
Accountability.
I don't see it right now. Well, you addicted.
Confession, your fault.
yeah, oh,
One to another.
Yep.
And when you sit around a circle,
Yep.
but yeah, you know, brothers get together and they
Yeah.
tell them stories, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But as a question, man, you know, black little you know,
Speak from a position of being remorseful.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, contrite. Yeah, you ain't speaking like, man, back when I was a nigga, you know, you ain't speaking like it's that was your heyday. You speaking like when you was a child.
Also, yeah, exactly. Because I was gonna say, you know, we've heard stories of individuals who used to brag about being in the world and the shit that they did.
Yeah.
And they're not here no more.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know
I
what I'm
used to have that. I used to have.
oh yeah.
Like, you was a big nigga, man.
Right.
They got that little smirk. They be talking with that little smirk. Like,
The
good old.
Right.
You can say that little demon. They gotta get rebaptized.
You see the demon on them.
Yeah, Jay, you gotta get rebaptized. You gotta go back to the living waters.
Back to that water.
Nigga,
Go back to the living waters, my man.
block the block river this.
Yeah, Jay want to tell you, and Jay don't want to stop. Jay don't want to hear. He don't want to hear nothing. He want to tell you them chronicles, man. The movie
Right.
chronicles. You know, but you can tell on them. I'm trying to switch out.
Verse 2. I would lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house, who would instruct me. I will cause thee to drink of spiced wine of the juice of my pomegranate.
Yeah, that's pure wine. The pure wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because it's truth. Like we was talking about the deception, everything got a trick up its sleeve. This truth don't have a trick up its sleeve.
Right.
The
Right.
scripture says it's pure, plain,
Say it's pure, yeah.
not given to hurt. You know, it ain't like when you learn to like we all learned Leviticus 11 chapter, Deuteronomy 14 chapter, the dietary law.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no adverse effects
Right,
to the
right.
dietary law.
Right.
Why? Because it's compatible,
Compatible with, yeah.
you know, with your human body. Your your anatomy.
Yep.
So the truth is compatible with your anatomy.
No side effects.
No side effects. Tells you that in Deuteronomy 4 and 6. This is your wisdom in the sight of the nations.
Mm-hmm.
When you, brother, have brought a point of the land said, there ain't no side effects to the land having a rest day.
Right.
Oh, not a rest day, a rest year.
Yeah, rest of it. Yep.
Rejuvenation. There's no side effects going through a fast. Oh, if you fast, you might, your kidneys might get inflamed. No, it's purging out everything. There's zero side effects to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shemel Shah. That's the spice wine.
Yep.
You know,
The reason why, too, if I could add, the reason why Esau health industry don't push fasting
Yeah.
because they can't monetize it. It's free. Don't eat. You know what I'm saying? You can't put fasting in a bottle or on a shelf and sell it.
Right.
That's why they don't push it. Plus, it's like you said, it's beneficial.
Yeah.
You know, but if Esau can't package it and sell it, he not pick up a pill. He not gonna, he not gonna push it.
Like, let's say you put fasting in the regular practice.
Right.
That what fasting does when you starve yourself, you destroy cells that could multiply.
Yeah.
That are diseased.
Yep.
And what happens is when you starve them, you cut them off from the food and the crap that you can.
Yep.
They're feeding your body. They die off.
Yep.
You can't replicate as fast.
Can't. Yep. Except
You know, so fasting is beneficial.
Yep.
Right? Scripture says body exercise.
Body exercise. Yep.
Little, because we know the extreme, we're going to get new bodies.
Extreme.
Right?
Yep.
No,
But it's still profits.
Still profits. Yep.
So with that being said, living according to Yahweh Shai, what he has in the scriptures and the the laws and the wisdom, that is what sustains us. Right? Somebody get Joshua 1:8 and Baruch 4.
I got Joshua.
Start at the top on Baruch. Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah.
It's this is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. It says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth."
Right. This is what we're supposed to be following after. This is what we teach our children, our sons and daughters. This is what we talk to our brothers and our sisters about.
Mm-hmm.
The brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Yep. The gods and the earths and the
Yeah.
This is what we talk about. We talk about the laws in the Bible, man.
Right.
Right? Because we are God. The woman is the earth.
Yeah.
That's in the Bible too. But what do we talk about?
Exactly.
We talk about how do we continue to follow the wise ways that the Lord has given us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
What do we conversate about to our children?
I was gonna say, because even with scriptures liking us up to God, but God still lose their power. You had examples of Samson, men that was mighty, renowned in the scriptures, and they still fail, even though they were gods. But it's like a spiritual maintenance to maintain that godhood.
Yeah.
And if you veer off, veer off, you lose your essence.
Yeah.
Like
I said, Samson is a prime example. He was pretty much a missing.
Well, that's why the psalm said, King David said, I meditate on my bed nightly and daily, nightly. You meditate upon all the ways of the Lord. He said you're supposed to meditate upon it. It's not automatic. It'll be we're waiting for the new body.
Yeah.
To be automatic.
Yep.
But for now, we got to study. We got to read. We got to come out here and teach. We got to do lessons and videos. We got to constantly put out the vibration of the laws and the ways of Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep, it says, Joshua 1:8 again, it says, "This book of the law should not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night."
Yeah. Because like we were saying earlier when I came up, brothers was talking about, the ways of our people now is ways and mannerisms that are degenerate. Niggas and thoughts and, for a female to have fun, she gotta fucking get a shot and twerk.
Yeah. Right.
Why? Why do you have to fucking shake your ass?
Right.
Hey, and then all you fucking see is just rumps. Just rumps vibrating all over,
That's the view.
all in public,
Right.
the rump shake out. Just rump. That's the only value you women got. Black woman, Hispanic woman, hey, you take shots and you fucking, that's why Megan Thee Stallion in the situation she in. That's all she had.
Elevator only go up so high.
Yeah.
The elevator go up to the second floor and then you gotta call maintenance.
That's why when they deal with men with a certain quality, they get stuck. They see that like, nah, that ain't bringing nothing to the table. It's working. And then public, you doing all this shit in public, that ain't bringing nothing to the table.
Right.
You want to blame the man, like Brooks brought out the point, manipulate, control the narrative.
Yep.
And then the men. We're gonna get on the men too, you brothers. Twin them.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Hey, twin. Hey, twin.
Right.
Well, listen up, twin.
Uh,
You ain't got it, bro.
right.
You ain't got it, Charlie. You ain't got it.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Big bro.
big bro. You know, you ain't got it. Cause what do? First thing they do is they pull out a fucking pocket full of money.
Right.
Meanwhile, there's all kinds of niggas waiting to rob you.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know, the highest level for a black man is to get on the internet and throw up the middle finger and hold up 20 to 50 to $100 bills.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent to flex working for men.
Yeah, like-
Flexing.
Yeah. That's
For
what.
women is rump shaking and twerking. For men, it's showing your your income tax check
Yeah.
and your paycheck and then flexing on social media.
Show you can pay for it.
You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
It ain't a flex unless you're talking down on somebody.
Yeah.
You're talking down on Jake. Yep.
but you get the point,
Exactly.
Mhm.
right? Read that again.
Yep. Joshua 1:8 again, it says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night."
And the brother's gonna read why. Go ahead.
It says that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Then you're gonna be successful.
Yep.
To be successful in this world, you gotta sell out to the devil.
You got
You
something
gotta do the ways. You gotta follow his laws and his ways.
in the knee. You gotta think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Elder Talk said years ago, you gotta succeed. You gotta suck.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
You gotta suck. You gotta suck.
In order to succeed, you gotta suck the seed of Satan. That's what you gotta do. I'm talking about your high level
Yeah.
millionaires.
High level,
You know, celebrities, your casting couches,
Yep.
your mansion party. I mentioned Diddy,
Yep.
you know. You gotta do all of that just to succeed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all you gotta do is not eat slab of pork.
That's it.
Right.
You got bacon, you got beef bacon, you got turkey bacon.
Yep.
Yeah, bacon.
You don't gotta eat pork.
Right. You ain't gotta do that.
You don't have to, you know, you don't have to eat catfish.
Right.
Right.
No, hey, at the same time, you don't got to eat lobster. And if you know the history of lobster and crab, you know that food was given to prisoners.
Right.
That they didn't even want to eat it. It wasn't a luxury item.
Right.
But because it became overfished, so to speak, it became rare. So now people want to eat it in luxury.
Right.
Right.
Do your history on lobster, why people eat lobster.
Right.
Yeah, and even when you go into the history of a lot of these foods, unclean foods, it was conditions that a lot of people just started to meet,
Right. Well,
and they made it a what they would call it like gumbo, yeah, like you say exquisite or say delicacy.
Yeah.
Turn it into a delicacy.
And a lot of that stuff comes from foreign and heathen, and that comes from survival food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We were never supposed to eat that.
yeah, that's bullshit.
Right.
That's because of when we was in slavery, there were a lot of scraps and stuff that we had to come, to survive and eat.
Yep.
But we were going off.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like what the brother said, it's becoming a delicacy. That now, if you don't go to a Joe's Crab Shack, for Easter, Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, Joe.
And then for
Juicy.
Jake, it's Juicy Crab.
Yep.
Juicy crab.
Meanwhile, right? There's plenty of rivers and freshwater fish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go out there and grab yourself. You got trout, you got bass,
Yep.
grouper,
Perch.
Perch.
Mm-hmm.
Salmon.
but
Yep.
you get the point.
Right. All
And
that.
it's
You'll be successful. Yeah.
Way better than that.
If you follow the ways of the Lord. We just mentioned the dietary law
Yeah.
just for,
Salmon.
an example.
Mm-hmm.
Much more the whole law. You go point of that.
How much
Right.
more when you actually follow, I would have mentioned letting the land rest.
Yeah, the land rest. Yeah.
Right.
You can fish, or they say you can give a man a fish to eat for a day. You teach a man to fish, he eat for life.
Yep.
What if you teach a man how to farm?
Right.
What if you teach him how to grow seed?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now we know we in America, we're not saying you got to buy a whole bunch of. You can start a garden. It can be done.
Uh-huh.
You know, you follow the laws. Okay, you plant your corn here. You don't put it in the same pot
Right.
as collard greens.
Right.
You got a pot for collard greens. You got a pot for corn. You got a pot for
Separate.
peppers.
Yep. Got the peppers over there. Yep.
Plant them in their proper season, and they grow.
Mm-hmm.
I got a point.
You'll have good success if you follow me.
I got a definition. So I had looked up the definition of diet, the etymology. Diet, it originates way of life.
Way of life.
Or regimen, evolving through Latin and French to mean both a prescribed daily food intake and simply legislative assembly. But historically, the overall way of living rather than just food. Right.
Yeah. Diet is not even just food. Diet is the way of life, and that's what we follow.
Yep.
Then we shall prosper. Okay. Look at what's going on. Everybody loves Jay-Z. He got to change his name because he's going through so many lawsuits, but he's supposed to be a big billionaire.
I saw that post. Yeah, he got sued.
Yeah. When it came out that he was, down with your boy Puffy.
Right.
So he's had to legally, because they're all monikers and pseudonyms.
Yeah.
They can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, everybody that you looked up to that had some level of success in this world, they're now dealing with problems.
Yeah.
But now when you look at those that follow the Lord, okay? So we got that Baruch 4.
Yeah, first one here.
Stop.
Okay. All right, this is Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
That's right. The whole Bible is the book of the commandments of the
Yeah, it's the whole Bible.
Yeah, you got the ceremonial laws, the ritual laws, the laws of worship. You got particular laws of worship and diet as far as food is concerned. But it's a lifestyle too. And everything contained in it, the wisdom, the Old, the New Testament, that's all a part of the ways of the Heavenly Father. It's all a part of his commandments of what to do and what not to do. Go ahead.
It says, all they that, actually, I'll start at the top. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Ooh, there you go. How many, it's like, but then you get our people that like to come on these conversations, and then they speak in these forums, and you hear these speeches and these video clips, and everybody's speaking on the Bible, but not one person got the Bible to open up to actually read from it.
Right.
The Bible say this, the Bible don't even say that.
Mm-hmm.
People just take what they heard over time, and because they just rather live their life and their mindset is right to them, they put the Bible on the side like a prop, and then they try to speak wisdom that's right to them. Scripture says many have been deceived by their own vain opinion. You're opinionated and it's not even right.
Oh, I trust in my. How many people came to camp talking about trusting in instincts and then
I trust in the God within.
the God within?
Meanwhile, the God without is about to destroy you. Because you're not following the way. He that keep it shall come to life. But what does it say? Read that but part again.
Come on, it says, but
What?
such as leave it shall die.
If you leave the ways of following the Bible, you will die. I don't know how much more. I don't have to be, dramatic about it. The brother read it straightforward out of the scriptures.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it ain't always got to be a physical death. Jake's already dead. That's what Ezekiel was saying in the valley of dry bones. It was Israelite.
Yeah, wonder if I could way understand.
Yeah.
Congregation was dead.
Dead state.
With the lead up,
Yep.
first you mentally dead because you spiritually dead.
Yep.
Then eventually you're gonna be physically dead.
Yep.
Taken out.
Keep going.
Verse 2, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
That's what we're supposed to be out here telling y'all.
Yep.
That's what we are telling y'all. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Okay? We're telling Jacob to come back to this.
Mm-hmm.
Read that again.
Con, it says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
Take hold of it. Everybody's way that you're looking up to ain't working, bro.
Right.
Right.
You gotta turn that shit around, twin.
Right.
You gotta spin the block back on the Bible. That's what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Open the book. The good book.
It says, walk in the presence of the light thereof, and be illuminated.
Yeah, everybody want to be the one that be shining.
Uh-huh.
Everybody want to have some kind of knowledge. When you want the real light, you want the real Illuminati, the real ones illuminated, follow the ways of the scriptures.
Yep.
They got the ways of darkness and calling it light. We in the light,
In
we
light,
actually shining. That's why we can be out here in the streets. They gotta hide in secret.
Right.
Esau got to, white man got to deceive you.
Yeah,
To tell
you
you.
gotta hide it.
He got to deceive you to tell you what he perceived as like. And then he following the whole way of darkness and wickedness. The scripture says that the wicked, the light shall be put out.
Yep.
That's in Job, right?
Yep.
But this light,
Mm-hmm.
this is the way. Go ahead.
Continuing on in verse 3, give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
This is what we try to tell you other Israelites, especially them two blockheads from Gumby, to Foster Holocaust, the blockheads. You know?
Keenan the Cal.
Yeah, Keenan and damn Kel. Right? The other nations can't come into this, man.
Right.
Right.
Can't come in.
What we have here pertains only to the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving your honor to another nation, and they're not honorable people.
Right.
Right.
The 10th generation of Ammonites can't come in.
Dang.
And you bring in the Gentiles.
That's crazy.
If they come back, see, you know.
Man.
No, but they said not all of them though, just 2%. Y'all said 2% can't make it.
2%.
A little leaven the whole lot.
Where is that
Right.
number in the scripture? The Lord gets number for everything else.
Where they at?
But there's some percentage, you know. Oh, what's this guy from GOCC, their leader? Mr. Bojangles.
A lot of blackfish.
If five Edomites deny their father,
Yo.
what's that in the Bible?
Yeah, I denounced my father.
Right.
5 Edomites going.
They ain't gonna follow.
Oh, and they being exposed.
Yeah. Dang.
They being exposed.
Yeah.
GOCC gonna fall too. That's gonna be another group. What's the year of false prophets, rebels, and haters? They gonna be exposed.
Yes, that's
IUIC, they just
yeah,
they somewhere got their mind on cloud 9.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Branch from the government.
yeah.
they all do. Till the government take it away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, you men in jail and IUIC and jail, y'all better not owe no child support. Your asses ain't going to no goddamn. Y'all ain't going on no damn jet set. Y'all ain't going on no jet set to bring the gospel of Christ. Because that's what y'all preach, Christ. Y'all don't preach the Lord of the Bible, the King.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Y'all preach Jesus Christ and the IUIC. You ain't going to Africa.
Like as
Better not owe no child support.
Slow y'all down, man.
Your back page.
Shadows.
Homies.
Your ass going up the street.
Go ahead.
You're gone. Continue. All right, in Baruch chapter 4, verse.
Say your ass here in America.
It's gonna make you prophesy in America. But yeah, y'all ain't even prophesy. Y'all just
Baruch chapter 4, verse 5.
What you doing?
It says, be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel.
Right. We're giving you something to be cheerful and glad about, to feel good about. Because for so long, our people have been in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who you are. We're black. Well, black is not a people.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No. Really.
Yes, and
If I may say this one thing,
Yep.
like you just said about those guys talking about other nations could be saved. Essentially, you're really giving them stock within our nation.
Exactly.
Them nations, and if you look at it from the receiving end or from the opposite side of the spectrum, them nations don't give us no stock to the state, the gas stations, to
Nope.
their food industries. Yeah, let's ask them for some stock.
Yeah, you know they got a gas station. They got some good stuff.
They got some good stock.
Or a motel somewhere.
Man, they probably worth $1 million, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
for a piece,
Franchise.
piece of stock.
Yeah.
We should go to all these industry with these heathens
Dairy
and just
Queen.
ask for a little piece of
a
stock.
Dairy Queen.
See what they got for you.
Yeah.
Dairy
Yep.
Queen,
Yep.
Dunkin'
Dunkin' Donuts,
Boosters.
Yeah.
Booster.
They're using boosters.
But you think they gonna come into what we
Yeah.
got? Hotel, and they winning. The Indian, they say the Indians per household, they're richer than the women here in America, man.
Oh,
Per
yeah.
household.
Yeah. In tech.
Yeah, they
Yep.
got tech.
Just by
Yep.
They got It's Creek.
Yep.
That's what they call it.
Yep.
Here's a car them out.
They
There's a
push
car
it out.
up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you got
them
Heathen and
Moab, Moab, bitch.
Yep. Peachtree City.
Yeah, Moab.
Yep.
They be in the best part. Big
Hell yeah. Big ass neighborhoods.
Big ass houses.
Yeah, they be in. Yeah.
Out there and LJ and
Yep.
House people out this size, man. You looking like, yo.
All right.
I deliver to a lot of these houses. You be kind of, you gotta stay self-possessed. You might start hating for a second. You're like,
Right.
this ain't right, man.
You know it's good when you gotta before you go in, you gotta they got a person that
Oh, they got a person,
you
yeah.
gotta
Yep.
show me how
Verify your
they call it. You got delivery, all right, and you go in like that.
oh yeah. And who in the booth?
Right.
Jake.
It's all
Yeah. Jake in the booth. Yep.
Jake the one in security. I
They
did
got
that
security,
sometimes.
yeah. It's always Jake in the booth.
Mhm.
Dropping off.
Or if I may stay
Keep his ass on the outside.
First thing you like,
Yep.
you don't belong.
yeah, the high so like the high risk jobs is statistically has always been Jake to do them. Like even when they were doing construction, you know what I mean? Like a lot of Issachar be, doing construction. But even with the security, there was I think it was last weekend, there was a shootout in Deep Ellum, Dallas, back in Dallas, Deep Ellum. That area is like where all the clubs and shit is at. And when you go down there, all the security guards are all Jakes. You know what I mean? But basically, I think it was multiple people got shot, but one of the individuals that got killed was a Jake security guard trying to break up a fight. You know what I mean? Between two niggas. You know what I mean? He was trying to break up a fight, but
Get him on the front line.
yeah,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Good old-
And the owner of that club, I mean, probably ain't a Jake.
Right.
Whatever he got killed in front of, you know what I mean?
More likely, yeah, probably. Yeah.
So, basically, moral of the story is, man, we're the offscoring of the earth.
Yeah.
To these heathen, basically, we're like
Yeah.
throwaway bodies.
Throwaway, yeah.
You know?
They put us on the front lines of the
Front line.
the security, and then they don't give them no type of weapon.
Yeah.
They want you to secure.
Yeah, you gotta bring your own shit.
Nigga might be 150.
Bring your own vest.
Jake damn near can't even fit the uniform that he in. They want you to secure.
Flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah, with a whistle and a flashlight. Top flight outfit.
Oh.
They gotta walk around like got them Otis off Martin.
Walkie talkie.
Old Otis.
They ain't got it.
Walkie-talkie, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
We better.
Actually skip verse 4. This is Baruch 4:4. It says, "O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us."
And how are the things pleasing to the Most High made known to us? Because the Lord sends his prophets out here to tell us.
Yep.
We're telling you what pleases the Lord. Follow his way. Right? Stop getting twerkling all over these people's food.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? Stop leaving fucking blunt guts in everybody's goddamn parking lot.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Being a
All you see is plastic wraps and little cigarello
residue,
papers.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, black and mild wrap.
You pull up to the parking spot, you look down out the car, it's fucking cigar guts every goddamn where.
Yeah.
Swish of sweets all over the food.
You should some fried chicken residue too.
Yeah. Bones. Jet bones.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Yep.
some lemon pepper wing bones scattered on.
Yeah,
Nigga, paraphernalia evidence, man.
What day say? Open and shut case.
Right.
There was a nigga in here.
Big cake cans all over the fucking place.
they walked into the house in this skit.
Yeah.
And he said apparently the nigga put up pictures of his family.
Yeah.
Hey man.
He said he sprinkled crack all over himself. So whenever you see chicken bones and blunt guts, you know it's the usual.
Yeah, you know who was there.
Damn nigga match the face with
You know what women leave behind on the ground?
the weave.
Fucking weave and fucking extension braids.
Yeah, loose track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Long nigga wing,
At that point.
you know.
Uh,
I see an old bonnet.
Tore, yeah.
right. Old bonnet.
Shit everywhere. Bonnets and loose. We ain't dealing with that. We dealing with we're making known unto you the ways of the Lord, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're Israelites. We're great people.
Of the
The
fashion.
way that we're acting now, being in America, following the ways of our enemy, being amongst these other nations and races of people. All right, it's polluting us.
That's right.
You know. Michael Jackson was, he was snubbed at the Grammys back in the '80s for the Bad album.
Right.
Felt like he was snubbed. The hell with getting the fucking accolades for these songs.
Right.
You don't need Grammys.
Right.
Yeah.
He was the baddest. That's why he had that. He was bad. He didn't need that. But because our people are stuck in the validation,
Yeah.
the ways of this white man. Because our people are stuck in getting validation, the ways of this white man with this Esau America, it makes us look down upon ourselves.
Yeah.
Speaking.
That's no more, man.
Yep.
We ain't doing that no more. We ain't dealing with that no more.
That's right.
Dealing with it.
Seeking equality.
That shit ain't work.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it says, envy not the oppressor, neither choose any of his ways.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways.
Yep.
Yep. Continuing on here. Baruch chapter 4, verse 5. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
See, we were sold. Yes, we went on slave ships. You got niggas saying there ain't no slave ships. There ain't no slave ships. Shut up.
Can I say something?
That's some stupid new shit that came out in the last 5 years.
Yeah. Slave owners actually went out of their way to sink those ships, destroy them.
They destroyed it.
So
They found them.
Yep. Because you got to think they was made of wood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it's not maintained, it's gonna rot away. And you gotta think about it like this. The slave trade, there was after it was banned, with the intercontinental slave trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was still going on in America.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So there was slavery. You think, okay, yeah, there was slavery, 150 years ago, 160 years ago, yeah. But the actual slave boats, that was more like 300-400, you know what I mean?
Right.
Years ago. That was a long ass time ago. The boats,
About 200.
Yeah.
200.
yeah, when it started, you know what I mean? Up until right around when it's slowed down. So them boats is long gone.
Oh,
Yeah. I just typed in chat.
We're dealing with, we're talking about slave trade. We have the different companies and the different nations. Just because, when our people were put on slave ships, they had animals, they had other commodities. They put the people down at a particular place. Then on other levels, they had other cargo. So they don't have to be called specifically a slave ship. It's just a ship with slaves.
Exactly.
So all they had, so you talking about where the slave ships at? No, they were cargoes. They were ships, period.
Yeah, it's just period. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where they at? They were still floating around, but they were transporting other goods.
Right.
You already was here.
Right.
Yes, it is.
They used them.
Just using that particular.
As if it was just, there weren't slave ships it is only just slaves on the ship. No. Back in everything the guns, the gunpowder, the people, everything.
Animals.
Animals,
Mm-hmm.
the resources, the food, shipping it from one country to the next.
Niggas is dumb.
No, y'all don't know nothing about history, man.
They ain't got it.
Because all you do is leave fucking weave tracks and blood guns on the ground.
Yeah, and you get high out your mind, and your head be
Know something.
your head being out of space, and you start speculating. about stuff that's already solid. It's solid facts.
It's something you don't even look up. I'm just repeating what this nigga said, and then what that nigga said.
Yeah.
That's all our people do. Shut the fuck up. We're tired of blacks and you dumbass niggas, man.
Right.
That's why the Lord gonna destroy you.
That's right.
That's right.
Just talking.
Just be fucking talking,
Whose
man.
mouths must be stopped.
We're gonna finish up on let's few verses.
Oh yeah, you got it. Okay.
Continuing on in Baruch chapter 4, verse 6, it says, "Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh Shem Yahushua to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies."
The reason why we're in America and you got these so-called FBAs running around here.
Yeah.
I'm an FBA. No, you're an NIGGA.
Right.
Yes, you're an NIGGA in America.
Right.
Hey, no, you're not. You were sold to your enemy.
Right. Yeah, you don't know.
NIGGER.
Right.
You know, don't do it. FBA chicks, man.
But it didn't rhyme with it.
Yeah. No, that's what I thought. No, that's perfect.
I had to throw that in there.
Jake always jumping up, finding something to slide up under.
Mm-hmm.
So what we were sold,
Exactly.
it says because we moved the Lord to wrath.
Right.
Right? When you do your proper history, you find out we are the Hebrews.
Exactly.
Damn, they've been working us like the Hebrew slave. You don't say.
Hello.
Right.
We are those Hebrews.
Right.
We are the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
We are the Jews. We are the people.
Right.
Okay? That's us. That's us, and we be them.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to deal with a punishment from the Most High God, Yahweh.
That's right.
The Bible. Please be them.
But guess what? Now that you understand, you should understand that we are the Lord's people. Now you can start to wake up and come up on the level.
12 steps.
12 steps to the 12 tribes.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7, it says, "For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh Shem Yahushua."
Yeah, we stopped worshiping the Lord and being Israel, following the ways of the Israelites. Now we're a bunch of FBA, NBA, young boy niggas.
Right.
Yeah,
but that's not how it's going to be forever.
Cheeky.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Says verse 8, "Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up."
You forgot the Lord, but we're bringing you back to remembrance.
Stirring you up.
We're stirring up like, oh, you know what? It do make sense.
Yeah.
Why do you think our people cleave to the Bible so much? But this is our book. It's just not taught to us the right way.
Stir up and
So the Lord said, you know what? I'm going to send them teachers and pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Mm.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says verse 9. I'm sorry, in the middle of verse 8, "And ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, Hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion."
Yeah, our heritage. Oh, I ain't no Israelite.
Yeah.
Now you got these when the people are waking up, they're the fact y'all ain't the people. It really is them Americans and them Hispanics out there over there. Them Indians they got on a reservation. Those are real Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we've been telling you. That's Hosea, the 1st chapter.
Yep. Lower me.
We're coming up out of the place where it was said we are not the people.
Lord's people.
No, it was said to them, we are the people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Go ahead.
Great focus.
It says, verse 9, "For when she saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, Hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion, the Most High hath brought upon me great mourning." Precept that come to mind is that 2nd Ezra's, I believe it's chapter 9, chapter 10, where it's like at the end of chapter 9, where it talk about how Ezra met, a woman and she was
A crying woman.
yeah, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it ended up, the angel broke it down to Ezra, letting him know, look, this is the land, the land.
Yeah.
That bore you up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Representing Israel.
That show you that we neglected our role. That's why the world's so jacked up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 9, I'm sorry, verse 10. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning.
Right. We got ran out of Jerusalem by. Oh, that was Nero. And now he's trying to run us out of America, out of the jobs. He's kicking the North Americans and Hispanics out of the country because he snatching Gad up too.
Trying to claim more territory.
Meanwhile, you want to take over Canada. Guess who land Canada is? That's Gad too. Go ahead.
Can't be satisfied.
It says, verse 12, let no man rejoice over me, a widow, and forsaken of many. Who for the sins of my children am left desolate, because they departed from the law of the Most High.
The reason why our people are so oppressed and we're so depressed and suppressed is because we left off from following the laws of the Most High in the Bible. That's why. It's that simple.
Went astray.
No, they say you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book. The Bible's the book.
That's the book, the ultimate book.
Yeah.
But you have to be taught it the right way. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's been given to you by man-made tradition and not by God-given revelation.
Right.
Well, it is now. What Yahweh say? I declare unto you this day. Well, that's what we're doing. We're declaring to you this day.
Making it clear.
You can now get the true understanding of the Bible. No ifs, ands, and buts, and no questions.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not you accept it.
Right.
But you're still getting the truth. Go ahead.
Verse 13, they knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. Let them that dwell about Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting hath brought upon them.
That's what we're doing now. We're remembering that we're the Israelites now. Go ahead.
Verse 15, for he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child.
You can all look through the history of our people on this side of the world, and we know what nation that is. That was Edom or Esau.
Right.
Go ahead.
And if I may say, this was before Esau came up in it. This was during the time of the Assyrian, Assyrian and the Babylonian Empire. So how much more worse when Esau came in there? He put way more hell on us than the Babylonians did.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this is a prophecy.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah. He got a.
Because we still had our language.
Right.
But when Esau came,
That's when he started.
yeah, that's when we really lost it. Because we kept it from doing those empires. But when Esau came on this side of the world, we totally lost our heritage. Go ahead.
Verse 16. These have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters.
And then who got up in the land? The Arabs got up in there.
Yeah.
Now Esau got up in there.
Yeah.
Bombing the hell out of Gaza and Lebanon. That's all our land.
Yep. Yeah.
Got the other nations.
Right.
Guess what? They about to leave. They about to be blown to smithereens up out of there, man. The Lord's about to get rid of them. What in a worse manner than he got rid of us?
Mm-hmm.
That's why the moment Jake's the spirit apostle said don't even be in that land. Yeah. His judgment is gonna be on that land.
Yep.
Yeah. They better flee again. They're gonna have to do a repeat of 70 AD.
Yeah.
Flee into Egypt. Go enjoy.
Verse 17. But what can I help you? For he hath brought these plagues upon you. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies.
But he that brought these plagues upon our people is also going to deliver us from our enemies. There is going to be a time when we will be delivered from this God-forsaken place, America. It's coming. We just got to hold on, hold tight, Be patient.
Here.
Yahweh Shah said, in your patience, possess ye your soul. All we got to do is share this. Go ahead.
Verse 10. I'm sorry, verse 19. Go your way, O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. I have put off the clothing of peace and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry to the everlasting in my days. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies.
That's the second time he said we're going to be delivered from our enemies.
Yep.
How many times the Lord got to keep repeating himself?
Iterate.
We will be delivered. That's something to hold on to. That's why, you know, this book is not for everybody. It's for us.
Yep.
You don't see these white people standing here. Where they at? What are you looking at? You see us standing
Talking about
here.
that last night.
This brother stopped.
Yeah.
Because there's a vibration for all people going out.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Verse 22.
Resonates with our spirit.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It says, for my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you.
Our hope is in the everlasting, that he will save us. Right?
From who?
But he will save his people from their sins. Who? Our Savior, Yahweh Shai, the deliverer. Go ahead.
It says, and joy has come unto the Holy One, unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior.
So the angel was saying, the joy has come from me, and that give unto you to have that joy. That's what we're out here, giving the joy to the people. That brother got some kind of joy just now.
Yeah, he said your whole thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Here, got him.
Good. There, yeah. The brother got some hope. Good. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
You like one more verse. Wrap up.
For I sent you out with mourning and weeping.
But
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever.
So the time is coming where we're going to be going back to our homeland, which is in the Middle East.
Yeah.
That's why they're fighting that war over there, because they don't belong there. All right? Not Africa, not Asia, right there in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Because we're the Israelites. And it says that we're going to get it for how long? Forever.
Mm-hmm. Forever.
Right?
Won't get kicked out.
So that's our hope. And we live in that hope day to day, man. So with that, you know, I hope this was edifying. We're going to give all praises, all glory, all honor unto
Yeah.
There's always double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, to the rest of the brothers out there, all you sisters that believe. Peace to you. Shalom.
Shalom.